Hi everyone, welcome to N8.4 Lesson 1. Today we're going to talk about multiplying integers, and we're going to develop some rules for that, and we're going to use models in order to develop those rules. So just a reminder of a number line. Okay, this is, we call it integers number line. 0 is your middle. If you're moving to the right, those will be positive integers. If you're moving to the left, those will be negative integers. The zero principal rule is important. Just a summary from grade 7. So we're using the yellow tile for positives and red for negatives. And if you take one of each, they add them together. 1 plus -1 is 0. So they cancel each other out. So that's your zero principal rule, and we're going to need that later on. Okay, this is kind of wordy, and it's from your textbook and also will be in your visual notes. Okay, so we have our positive and our negative tile models. We know they zero off, so we're going to use these in order to show a model for multiplication of two integers. So we're going to have a circle here. We're going to call that the bank. We'll start with the bank having 0 value, nothing in it. And the first integer tells us to deposit, put in, or to withdraw, take out. So if it's a positive, you put in. If it's a negative, you take it out. The second integer will tell us what to put in or take out. So here's an example. Positive 4 times positive 4 times positive 3. So positive 4 is a positive integer. The 3 is modeled with yellow tiles because it's positive. Yellow is positive. So you put 4 sets, 4, of 3 yellow tiles into the circle. Count them up and you get positive 12. All right. Now, for multiplying positive 4 times negative 3, again, 4 is the positive integer. Negative 3 is modeled with red tiles. Okay, we're putting into the bank 3 red tiles, 4 sets of 3 red tiles. Okay, so in they went. And then when you total them up, they're red, so your answer is negative 12. Here we have negative 4 times negative 3. Both are negative integers. 3 is modeled with 3 red tiles. So take 4 sets of 3 red tiles out of the circle. But when you start, your bank is empty. There's no red tiles to take out. So here comes our 0 pair rule. So you're going to put in enough tiles until there are 12 0 pairs. Okay, so that's what they did. They 0 paired 12 off. Okay, now there's 12 yellow tiles left, then you take out 4 sets of 3 red tiles. That's this, 4 sets of 3 red tiles. Take out red. So out they took, and then they would be left with the 12 positive tiles. So negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. I know this is a little bit confusing. I will do some where I'm actually moving the manipulatives instead of just a still picture. Next one, negative 4 times positive 3. We've got the negative number, and 3 is modeled with yellow tiles. So take 4 sets of 3 yellow tiles out of the circle. Again, you can't take anything out when it starts empty. So you got a 0 pair off again, and then you take out the yellow tiles, the positives, and you're going to get negative 12 red tiles left. So negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12. Okay, so let's do some modeling here. We've got negative 2 times positive 3. So negative 2 is our negative number, and 3 is modeled by positive yellow tiles. So we're going to take 2 sets of 3 yellow tiles out of the circle, our bank. I made one bank here. Okay, that's impossible because there's nothing in the bank, so we got to 0 pair them off. So we're going to put 2 sets of 3 yellow tiles. Okay, I'll try this a little quicker. And then we're going to 0 pair them off. Okay. And then let's look back to our question. We have to take out 2 sets of 3 positives. So we'll pull those positives. And we're left with negative 6. I don't have a pen to write here right now because I'm using these. So negative 6 will be our answer. I'll show you that after. Okay, let's empty the bank. Now we've got positive 2 times positive 2 times positive 3. So we've got 3 sets of 2 positive tiles. So let's do that. Okay, so here we count them up and we've got positive 6 as our answer. All right, next one. I wrote this in 3 ways because you're eventually going to see it looking like this. So I have positive 2 times negative 3. If there isn't a positive sign by the number, it's considered positive. Okay, and also eventually this multiplication signal is going to come out and they'll just be written bracket to bracket, which means multiplying. Okay, so for this one, we've got 2 sets of 3 red tiles. All right, so let's do that. 2 sets of 3 red tiles. And I'm going to look at our answer, and that's all we have to do. Negative 6 will be the answer. And then the last one, it shows us negative 2 times negative 3. So 2 is our negative integer. 3 is modeled by red. So now we need to do some 0 pairing. So we're going to put in 3 sets of 2 red and 0 pair them off. Okay, and then we've got to take out 2 sets of the 3 red, so we'll pull them out of there. And we're left with positive 6. I'll use these same questions and show you how this looks on a number line. Okay, so let's do negative 2 times positive 3. So the first thing we're going to do is focus on that first integer, and it's negative. So I'm just going to draw a person, just his head, and it's negative, so he's facing to the left. Okay, now he's going to jump 2 jumps of 3, and the positive here indicates that he's going to jump forward. Now remember, he's facing this way, but he's jumping forward. So again, 2 jumps of 3. So 3, 6, and this is going in this direction on the number line. So your answer is negative 6. Next one. Here's my man. Positive integer, so he's facing to the right. And he's going to do 2 jumps of 3 forwards. Okay, so this time he's going forward again. So 3, 6, that's where he ends up. So this is positive 6. All right, and then this one, positive 2 times negative 3, we're at the 0. Positive 2 means he's facing this way, but the negative 3 means he's jumping backwards. So he's going to jump 2 jumps backwards of 3, and he's going to land at negative 6. And again, here's our man. Negative 2 indicates he's facing this way. The negative 3 indicates he's jumping backwards. So he's going this way backwards, and we end up with positive 6. Okay, so that's just another way of doing this. I prefer the number line method. Some people prefer the tiles. Okay, now that we've done this, we can set some rules to this. So here we have, if you multiply 2 integers with the same signs, you're going to get a positive. Okay, so a positive times a positive will give you a positive answer. A negative times a negative will also give you a positive answer. If you're multiplying 2 integers with different signs, you're going to end up with a negative. So a positive times a negative will give you a negative answer. A negative times a positive, also a negative answer. So let's do a few of these just with those rules. Okay, so if the signs are the same, it's a positive. If the signs are different, it's a negative. So here we have the signs being different. I know right away it's a negative answer, and then I just do the math. 3 times 10 is 30. So my answer is negative 30. Here I've got 2 signs the same, so I know right away it's a positive. 12 times 2 is 24. Here again, I've got 2 signs the same. I know it's a positive. 6 times 4 is 24. And the last one, I've got 2 signs that are different, so I know it's a negative, and 9 times 2 is 18. Simple as that. So we went through everything so that you know how we came to these rules, and your questions will be much like this. If you want to use a number line or some counters or manipulatives, go right ahead. It's easy to make those. And I will see you in the next lesson.